Welcome to Skydive Algarve. This is a shared municipal airfield. You need your wristband to gain access, so try not to lose it. You must wear a high-visibility vest at all times when walking around the airfield. We have two hangars. This is Hangar 1. Inside we have our main packing areas. This is the packing area for our staff packers only, and this is the area for everyone else. There is a reception and manifest desk here on the right-hand side. There are two departure viewers, one above the manifest window and one on the far left of the hangar. Here you can see who is in the loads. In Hangar 2, which is not next door, but the next hangar down, we have more packing space and departure viewers also. If you wish to leave any property overnight, do so at your own risk, but leave it in Hangar 2, because it will be locked up. We have two boarding areas. This is boarding area number 1. And this is boarding area number 2. Please stay inside the fenced areas at all times unless boarding an aircraft, because we are not allowed to walk on the taxiway. For people that use rental gear, it is mandatory to get a gear check by a staff member. At the boarding area, a jump master will take charge of the load and organize an exit order and make sure everyone is aware of the exit separation. We have two types of aircraft here at Skydive Algarve, the Cessna Caravan and the Dornier G92. All the aircrafts have roller doors. Please be gentle when opening or closing the doors as they can break. They've all got benches. Sit down facing the tail, and the seatbelts are situated to the outside of the bench. Seatbelts and helmets are to be worn until 1,000 feet. When it's warm, we can open the door for the climb. That can only be done above 2,000 feet. VOCs must be checked. Ask the pilot first, so he knows what's coming. Near the door of the aircraft, we have a red light and a green light. When the red light comes on, we can open the door and check the spot. When the green light comes on, it means that the pilot is ready for us to exit the aircraft. The jump run is going to be one of two directions, either east to west or west to east. If there is a strong northern or southern wind, the jump run might be offset north or south, but the direction will always be parallel with the coast. You can check the jump run and the red light and green light position on the wind sheet next to the manifest window. This will be updated throughout the day if there are any changes. Here you can also check the speed and direction of the winds on the ground and in altitude. We have two landing options for fun jumpers at the moment here at Skydive Algarve. The drop zone inside the airfield, or the beach in Alvor. Landing on the drop zone is for jumpers with over 1,000 jumps only. The beach is open for everyone with over 100 jumps and B license or equivalent. If you are landing on the beach, first of all, you'll need a flotation device, which you can borrow from us. Your landing area is to the west of the T. We never fly over the water, so you either fly a right-hand pattern or left-hand pattern based on the orientation of the T. The T should be legible as the letter T for landing, meaning land straight up to the T from the bottom to the top. Anywhere to the east of the T is considered a busy beach at all times, with lots of hazards. So you have to make sure you read the winds correctly and stay west of the T. Consider the T your beer line. Especially when we have a westerly wind, it is easy to be tempted to land close to the T, but it is better to walk a little more instead of risking a landing to the east of the T in a crowded area. We do not allow any moving jumps toward the sea for obvious reasons. Tracking and wingsuit is allowed towards the north, but make sure you know how to navigate, and don't go too far north either. If you cannot make it back to the beach, the dunes can be landed on, but be prepared to do a PLF in case of uneven terrain. To the east of the landing area there are fields and parking areas that can be options to land off, but they are rough and can be full of hazards. If you have to land in the water, remember your water training. At 1000 feet disconnect your RSL, open your chest strap, do a normal flare for landing, cut away your main after making contact with the water, and once in the water, swim out of the harness and activate the flotation device. Assistance should arrive shortly. After the jump we gather here at the restaurant parking and a staff member will drive you back to the drop zone. Please make sure to go there right after your jump. If you are landing on the drop zone, hold over the hangars here to the south and then either fly a right-hand pattern or left-hand pattern based on the orientation of the T. The beer line is situated here at the bridge. Please leave this area free to give the taxiway a slight buffer zone. After landing, meet the DZ controller at the bridge and wait there to cross the apron. As you can see from slightly further out, there are some hazardous areas around the airfield. Any tracking or wingsuit jumps should move away from the ocean to the north to go away from the jump run. If you are away from the airfield when you're open, assess your range early and make a decision early whether or not you're going to make it back to the landing area. To the north we have a golf course, which is one of the easier options to land off. Wherever you land inside the golf course, once you've landed, move over to the hotel reception, which is here near the main road, and we will send a car around to pick you up. To the west of the airfield there is a big open area, largely free of hazards with a few small buildings. Some parts of the ground can be uneven, so be prepared to do a student-style PLF. If you land in this area, head to this track here to be picked up. To the east, there is a plateau area on top of the hill. Here the hill goes up to 180 feet, so be careful with your final turn height. To the south, there are fields here to the bank of the river. There are fences separating these fields lengthwise, so try to land on the length of the field rather than across the west. If you are not sure if you can make it to the landing area, regardless of jumping at the beach or the drop zone, have this decision made by at the latest 1,500 feet, to give yourself plenty of time to allow for a safe landing. We recommend jumping with your phone in your jumpsuit pocket. If you have the BURBLE app installed, in case of an off landing, there is a very useful function that can send us your location using Google Maps. Before we go, a few basic drop zone rules and requirements. To jump a camera you must have 200 jumps. For tracking groups of 4 or more, you must have 200 jumps, and an audible altimeter is mandatory for any free fly or tracking jumps. We will put a maximum of 2 tracking groups and 2 wingsuit groups per jump run, and tend to go belly groups first and then free fly as part of our standard exit order. For wingsuit rodeos, XRW jumps, high pulls over 6,000 feet, hop and pops and other special kinds of jump, please speak to the manifest to organize doing this. Thank you for your attention throughout this briefing. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask a staff member. Otherwise, have fun. And remember, always keep your manifesta and packers happy, and remember to pay your beer fines.